Alrighty. That was forever. Sorry about that, guys. Crazy, right? Let me make sure that's on. Okay. We should be there now. Let's see if we are. Alright. That was forever. Sorry okay. All right, guys. How you doing? Welcome. Sorry about that. It was just a little thing with Facebook was going on. Somebody was trying to break into my account. Too much. What? Beth, what are you talking about? Sorry, I don't know if you posted something a minute ago and it didn't come up. But if you did, go ahead and put it up. It's fine. No problem. Beth Rikus, go ahead and repost whatever you did. I apologize. It didn't come through because, you know. Okay. I'm trying to share this. I'm going to share now. Okay. Sorry about that. Follow me. Share this. Check it out. Let me get in here. I got a few things to share with you guys. But yeah, I've been having someone constantly trying to hack into my account. Actually, I'm sure they're already in there, but whatever. And I just deal with it. Like, I don't know. You know, I will tell you this. If it helps anyone, it's just you'll be happier if you just deal with all the shit. Sorry, you'll be happier if you just deal with all the shit. Is that okay? And laugh it off, you know, like just smile, just realize I can't change, like you can't change me and I can't change you. And I'm just going to have a good time and smile. And that's what we're trying to do here. You know, some crazy things that are going, you know, we've lost more comedy people. I really do. I think it's sad when we're losing a lot of the comedy community. A lot are dying. I know I'm not any different than every other comic in the world where I also thought, you know, it really sucks about everybody dying, like all these comics dying. Man, does anyone know like where they were booked? Because they're going to need comics. And that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so there was a time, right? As the person was dying, I could pop out and I could be like, oh shit, where's he booked? Or where's she booked? You know, they're going to need comics. And people would go, you're sick, man, too soon. You know, but everything was like, okay, you deal with it the way you deal with it. So this makes me really sad with everybody dying. And so I deal with it with jokes and things like that, you know. And so what do? You know? And so it's like we're living in a time where people think, I can't. So just be you. Realize if what you're saying is so offensive to other people, you might want to rethink it or re-say it in a different way. But, you know, what do I know? What do any of us know? And we never, like, how do any of us know what's the right and the wrong thing? And, you know, I was explaining to my oldest daughter, I was telling her, you know, I promise you that everything you think is fine that you do and you don't mean it annoys you when someone else does it. So I guess keep that in mind or don't, because I could tell her to keep it in mind, but then she's going to be the only one aware of everyone's feelings and no one will be aware of hers. So I let my kids just grow and be happy, and they're wonderful. I mean, they're really amazing kids, you know, not super helpful to me, but amazing kids. Truly. I mean, I would trust me, if your kids are babysitting for you, but you're bailing them out of jail or taking them to the clinic every fucking year or two, you know, you know, my kids are a little selfish, you know, they don't drop everything and help me, and they don't check with me to see if I need help before they make plans. I got to see if they don't have plans, if they can help me. My son, even if he doesn't have plans, he'll find plans. But I would never trade that to have him watch my youngest daughter all the time, but I got to bail him out of jail all the time, or he's fucking smoking my weed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're both at college on full right. So it's a trade-off with kids. Anyway, I don't want to go too much into that. I want to talk about some other things. What I want to talk about, first of all, is off-grid life. So follow me on this. Let me share this little sucker with you. This is a cute video I saw. I say cute video. I really liked it. I liked, sorry, look, King. No, I'm kidding. Where am I? Off-grid, Vermont. Vermont's one of the places I've been looking at. It's funny, the thing about Vermont is even the bad places are good. We're going to jump ahead a little.
Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of Off Grid and Start Living. The title of this video is...
None of these guys are ever exciting.
Said it can't be fun. Well, I definitely said it couldn't be fun for the first few months of living off-grid. I was pretty...
Anyone notice that? Every off-grid person
like,
I
know
what I did. But this is adorable. Look at this
My
kid.
son and I started to really adapt to the new lifestyle.
Look at him.
Into the new way of
Single
living.
dad and son.
Relax.
Loving it.
Started to think about things
Makes
we
me
wanted
smile.
to think about. We started to...
A boot? I
place
love
the
that.
time together,
Look at
plan
that.
different adventures,
Aww.
different journeys. And once we started to settle
I'm gonna
down
cry.
and figure out different aspects
See,
of
I mean, yeah, I'm not a big hunter, but I love that.
food and the respect for nature,
Oh, look.
and the hard work really pays off.
I'm gone. I'm there.
I wanted to really
Look.
instill in my son to
You
show
don't give a shit where. Look at that.
how much you can really start with nothing and develop it into something that you've always wanted.
Come on.
Major skills along this.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. What did your kid do? Use his cell phone?
Now get to work as a cohesive team. Look around at the small things.
Well, my oldest daughter, man, you should see her. My son, my youngest. Hell no. We're on our way.
Outside or going for a night hike. It really opened up my eyes to how simple this life can be and what it really means. What it really means to be an off-the-gridder. Doesn't mean being inside and having all the conveniences at home.
I want to be there.
My old is having fun, checking out balls.
Look at him.
Teaching skills to my son has been also a major part of this journey, showing him that, nature is all around us.
Get their bond, him and the dog.
I've had numerous times
Beaver,
when
muskrat, or some shit.
At the stars and thinking about, things that ordinarily we wouldn't be thinking about. We'd just be running and rushing, trying to get as much accomplished as we could. But finally, as we're settling in, getting accustomed to our surroundings, we get to sit back, we get to relax, we get to enjoy the birds, enjoy the peace, have a laugh at each other for doing stupid stuff. Not wonder if the neighbors, creeping over the fence to see what we're doing if we're doing something wrong.
Okay, that worries me a little.
The freedom for us.
Oh! Look at that's fantastic. He's rock and rolling out there.
Our outside studio as well.
Come on, right? Come on with that stuff. Come on with that. Am I right? Oh, that's a heart toucher. That's what I'm saying. So one of my things I'm going to start doing is I'm going to be talking about rural living, off-grid living, because here's the thing. If, for example, if there's a few people out there that are like, oh my God, that's exactly what I want to do. And we happen to have the same ideals in the sense of, I believe in complete freedoms. I believe in live and let live. I believe in say good morning, say hello, and help out a neighbor. Help out someone who's a neighbor's next county over's friend. Help out everyone you can help out when you can. And don't expect any help to be given. That simple, Appreciate any help that's given and don't expect it. Give all the help you can and expect nothing in return. But be surprised because you'll constantly get in return. And so I want to bring more about the off-grid living. So one of the things is if you are a single parent and you have kids, it is a way to directly bond with your kids. I am going to make a suggestion when I say smart, ways to live smart off-grid. Well, make sure that you've also planned to take that child traveling to big cities, to other countries, to see the world as well. It's so important to connect with nature and connect with what's around you and connect with the world and make your place here. It's also so important to see everyone from everywhere that you can and to have a taste of it all. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's so pure to live off grid and it's so helpful to the world if more of us do it. But we also need to appreciate the metropolises. We need to appreciate the art, the museums, the discos. Yeah, I said discos. Fuck you. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got to appreciate that stuff as well. So if you're going to be living off grid with children, or even if as a couple, or even if it's yourself, you want to live off grid, well, get out there and also meet other people and share your off grid living ideas with them. Swap with somebody in a big city. Someone's going to take this idea and good. I don't care. I'm glad to share it. Swap off grid living for some Big Apple living or some Hollywood living. See, that's actually an idea. There might be somebody who has an off-grid cabin that they love and everything and it's functional. And I can take my daughter and we can go stay there for like a week and they can come here to the center of Hollywood and stay for a week. And then their kids will go to the Hollywood Mall, walk the Walk of Fame, do all that shit, get robbed, fun stuff like that. Buy a DVD that has nothing on it for $75 and then 4 more right after that. It'll be a blast. But what I'm saying is, that's actually a good idea. So if you have a place and everything, look into that, man. Yeah, I came up with it. I don't care. I'm glad to share things with people because I want the world to get better and I want us to love each other. I want us to understand each other, man. I want us to understand each other. You see? And I just want us to understand. And I'd like to get laid. So the point I'm making, though, is, so there's a smart way to do off-grid living. Okay, so check this out. Now, everything I was just saying, right? I want to get together. I want to be with someone. I want to connect. I want to live a good life. I want to be happy. I want to feel love again. I want to feel connection. And I want to go live off grid. And I want to also travel. And I want my daughter to see everything. And I want my kids to enjoy that. Maybe even hunt for a minute. And I'm not a big fan of it, but still just to connect to that idea. Maybe not with a gun. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Anyway, simple point I'm saying is, now here's where we get to this. The other part of the world is going completely different route where they're getting into virtual simulation cyber sex. Follow me on that. We are literally taking the partner out of the sex and we are giving you all the joy of the sex without any real connection to another human being.
Over the past year, social distancing restrictions have forced most aspects of life online. Work, school, concerts, dating, and even sex.
I farted the air
Angelina
from under my
Alexandrovich
butt.
and her team of artists and engineers at Raspberry Dream Labs expect cyber sex is here to stay. Even
I don't think she has any sex ever.
World.
That's a fake woman?
So they've been experimenting with some X-rated XR, otherwise known as multi-sensory extended reality.
So the whole field of cybersex is booming even before we were able to get into the virtual reality like we did today.
Oh my gosh, she has blue hair. What a surprise.
In fact, people are having like more or less complete experiences even today by using social platforms in virtual reality and connecting their devices to social platforms and just getting creative and playful. To be very honest, like a lot of people were looking at virtual reality as like something that only gamers are doing and interested in. But nowadays, there are so many applications that become mainstream of virtual reality, including intimacy and dating.
Their prototype.
Yeah, there's some serious intimacy right there. Go ahead and throw a metal collar on me. That'll be hot. I mean, don't get me wrong, a metal collar can be hot.
Something that could eventually be incorporated into soft robotic underwearables.
I'm blushing. Interesting.
Alexandrovich argues that technology, a crucial part of modern life, shouldn't be excluded from the bedroom.
In sex, really, there is not that much innovation that is happening, but sex is a very important part of our daily life, as much as finance, as much as wellness, and
I mean, it is, but not fake sex.
Really. So, yeah, the sex tech industry is growing quite a lot in the past few years, and I'm really glad to see that a lot of people are actually treating it with such importance as on all other aspects of our life. And we are happy to contribute to the evolution of technology within sex as well and expand our sexual experiences further.
A report by US market research firm Ariston said the global market for sexual wellness products is expected to be valued at around
I don't care what it's expected to be valued at. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't care what it is supposed to be valued at. We do not need to take sex. Like, I don't care what the two people are. Guy, girl, transgender, cisgender, hey gender, any gender, look at my gender, whatever it be, no gender. It really loses, I think, something when you take away the other human, perhaps. Or, now, I'm not trying to get too crazy, but wouldn't that really cut the population down if everybody was having sex, but nobody was getting anyone pregnant, unless they specifically were trying? The majority of babies are born accidentally. So if the only people having babies planned them, whoa, all I'm saying, just something to think about. Anyway, that was my point. Did I have anything else? I will tell you right now. Oh yeah, I want to talk about this. So many people die from car accidents and everything else. We talk about COVID, we talk about this and that. I'm not going to get into like, oh, what? But for a second though, what if big cities, what if major cities, Los Angeles, San Francisco, places like that, stopped allowing cars? Follow me? Stopped allowing cars. You have a truck route, like you have a truck lane that trucks can use to get from place to place to drop off their ship, but they can only use that lane, and they're the only ones who can use that lane, period. They have to enter from a spot and they exit, where they exit, right? Okay. So in the cities, though, all you have is carts and scooters. The carts can be enclosed and stuff like that, and even the scooters can have rain guard. But all of a sudden, the worst you have is people breaking a bone or breaking a leg or even probably snapping their neck, but way less people dying. I mean, an unbelievably amount of people not dying if you just did that in the cities. And then the only places people were driving would be like if they commute to the city. You see, if they're commuters, then they come to a place outside of the city where they then get their carts and bring them in, or their scooters, or they have their own scooters, or they have their own cart that they tow in. Do you see what I'm saying? This isn't insanity. Like, this is a thought, because one, we would hugely change emissions. See, like everyone's talking about, don't get rid of fossil fuels. Don't get rid of those cars that we love driving, that we have a good time with. But when you're in a city going from spot to spot, from place to place, you know what? Maybe people's safety does matter more than you being able to totally lean back. And you know what? These carts can be really nicely made, so that wouldn't really change that much. However, there's speed limit. You would have motors that in no way could go faster, and that it's illegal to go over. There you have restrictors, GPSs on them, things like that are connected, like in Hollywood, where if you go on Hollywood Boulevard with one of the rented scooters, it dies. So just stuff like that. Anyway, something to think about, guys. It would really save lives. So the people that are thinking about moving off grid or moving rural, keep watching, share the show. I'm going to be talking about little things that you can do and little places you can go and different spots and where's best, what's some of the rules and things like that. I'm very interested in moving off grid, but I'm also interested in moving off grid with a group of people that we kind of like Amish, so to speak, except no rules, no bosses, no leaders, just each person having their part of the land, owning it, living their lives, following federal rules like everyone else in the world, that's all. And just being away from the general hustle and bustle. Like grow your weed, grow your alcohol, grow your food, have your chickens, have your goats, have your sheep, things like that. Anyway, pass it along. Share the show, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a great day. And I am Burger. And this has been I'm Burger Podcast.